I own over 400 fragrances right now. It's a lot, I know. But if I have to choose only 10, throw the rest away, I would choose these right now. And here's why. Make sure to watch till the end. I start off the list with Soma Parfums Oblivion. As you know by now, this is my own fragrance in collaboration with Soma Parfums. But I'm not choosing this one because it's my very best fragrance, because it's not actually. The other fragrances in this list, a lot of them, I like them more than Oblivion, to be honest. Oblivion is a 10 out of 10. It's perfect for me. I love it. It's super versatile. But I choose this because I can wear it whenever I want, and I can layer it with all the other 9 fragrances in this list, because it's perfect for layering. Every vanilla fragrance, every sweet fragrance, every fragrance that is gourmandish, you can layer it with Oblivion. Oblivion has the vanilla, tobacco, and ambroxan base, but the tobacco is very soft. It's more heavy on the vanilla and the ambroxan, which makes it perfect for layering. So it sticks to the skin, it projects. I always use this as a base layer. So not on top, I use this as a base layer, and I layer another fragrance on top of it. It is fresh and sweet at the same time. So in the top notes we have bergamot, lemon, ginger, lavender, and rum. So it's fresh, it's zesty, and it's slightly boozy, but it's not in your face boozy. It's like a very soft booziness. So the rum and the tobacco, which is in the base, are very smooth blended in. Then we have in the hard notes, in the middle notes, we have cinnamon, jasmine, and honey, but not too much. You don't really detect too much cinnamon, you don't really detect too much honey, and not too much jasmine. So they give that slightly warm spiciness to it, the slightly sweet floral touch, and the slight sweetness from the honey. It's super smooth blended in. What you detect the most is like the freshness on top with the slight aromaticness. It's a bit zesty, and then it blends into a fresh and sweet fragrance, and in the base it's more sweet, and it goes a little bit like, you know, the ambroxan gives like a little bit of ambery muskiness to it, which is a very nice skin scent in the base. Like after hours it turns into a skin scent, but for the first few hours it projects, and it's very fresh and sweet. It's super mass appealing, but it still smells unique at the same time. So it's perfect to wear in any occasion. You can wear it to the office, to school, to date nights, to the gym. It's super versatile. I've worn it in the high heat as well, and it's perfect for any season. It's best suited for sort of fall, winter, and spring. That's best. But even in the high heat, this shines, because that zestiness, that freshness, and combined with the sweetness, super mass appealing. And I can layer it with any fragrance in this list. So that's why I choose this. Soma Parfums Oblivion. Next up we have Parfums de Marly Layton, which is of course one of my favorite fragrances ever. And it's an old batch, so it's very strong. This will last for at least 14 hours on my skin, and it projects for a very long time. And still, Layton is a weak spot for me. It's one of my favorite fragrances ever. I use it a lot, actually, also as my scent of the morning or just as my scent of the evening, even when I'm at home. But it's super versatile. A lot of people say it's perfect for fall and winter. That's true. But you can wear this in spring and summer as well. Well, at least in the Netherlands, because the summers are usually not that hot. I would say wear this up to 25 degrees Celsius. I'm not sure what's that in Fahrenheit. I will put it in the screen here somewhere. But it's perfect for any occasion. It's super mass appealing. It's a super unique scent profile. It's very sweet and warm, spicy. It's woody and aromatic. It's very sexy with the apple, cardamom, vanilla combination. It also has bergamot and jasmine. It has some floral aspects. It has sandalwood and gaiac wood, so it's also creamy. It is woody. It's masculine. Although I think it's unisex enough, but I think it's more masculine. It's just super sexy. Always when I'm wearing this, people are asking me, what are you wearing? Because I think 99.9% of the people never smell stuff like this, of course. And this is a old batch, so it's very strong. Layton is such a sexy fragrance, but I heard a lot of people say that the newer batches are weak. I have to be honest, I haven't tested out the new batches, but you have to sample this first, I would say, and try, if you can try to get this, try to get an older batch if that's possible. Because the older batches, I need a backup bottle, by the way. These are so strong, so sexy, so perfectly well blended. This is just such a masterpiece. Like almost nothing can top this, in my opinion. Plus, what I told you, it's perfect to layer with Oblivion. This and Oblivion together, super sexy, perfect for summer. And if you really, really want to wear this in the high heat and you have Parfums de Marly Sadly, you can layer this with Parfums de Marly Sadly as well. But Layton, in my opinion, is safe blind buy, but it's pretty expensive. And they say it's watered down, so it's weaker. So I would recommend you to sample this, but this is still one of the best fragrances ever made, in my opinion. Parfums de Marly Layton. Next up, we have Guerlain L'Homme Idéal Eau de Parfum. This is still, in my opinion, the best designer fragrance ever made. Guerlain is considered niche, in my opinion, but technically it's a designer brand. But this masterpiece was created in 2016. This is a 2020 batch. Upstairs I have a 2016 batch with like 10 ml left and almost a full bottle, which I bought last year. An April 2016 batch. I think the very first batches were February 2016, so that's one of the very first batches. So I'm really happy to have that. And it's created by Thierry Wasser and Delphine Yauk. But this is so masterfully blended. It's a cherry almond vanilla fragrance that are the most prominent notes. So it's sweet, it's fruity. The vanilla almond combination makes it also nutty, but it's not too much cherry. It's not too much vanilla. It has leather and incense. It's a bit smoky, but it's like perfectly well blended. It has that leather is so smooth. It's hardly detectable. Well, you detect it, but it's so smooth. Like it's not too sweet. It's not too woody. It's not too nutty. This is so masterfully well blended. It's perfect. And it's super sexy and a super unique scent profile. Of course, the Ideal line has that almond DNA. So if you grab Le Intense, for example, which is a masterpiece as well, it has the same vibes, but it's more smoky. And if you grab the Le Intense, that's more with the same DNA, a plum tobacco fragrance, but they share the very similar DNA, super sexy. And the new one, the Parfum, I have that as well. I blind bought it actually. That's made only by Delphine Yauk, by the way. And that has like the same scent profile, but then with amaretto, which is beautifully well blended. But this remains the very best in my opinion. I wouldn't say it's a safe blind buy, although this is super mass appealing and super unique, but I would say try to sniff it at in the stores, but I heard that the new batches are weak. So if you can get a 2020 batch, or even better, like 2018, 17, 16, those batches are even better, try to get a batch like this, like at least 2020 or earlier, because those are all masterpieces. And the 2016 batches I have upstairs, even better. That cherry, that smokiness in that, it's out of this world. I would say these are perfect for fall, winter, and spring. I think in the high heat, summer, I wouldn't wear it, but on summer evenings you can wear it. It's perfect for date night. It's super alluring. It's not super strong. This will last for about 8 hours on my skin, and with a moderate projection. It's more an intimate fragrance, but you can wear this in any situation, in professional occasions, to the office, date night's perfect. whatever you want to do. Like, it's super versatile in that opinion, and like in that direction. You can wear it on every occasion, but more for fall, winter, and spring. But you have to check this one out. This is one of the best fragrances ever created, in my opinion. Guerlain Lumidial Eau de Parfum. Next up, we have BDK Gris Charnel Extrait. This is such a masterpiece, and it's super versatile. People always say this is a fall winter fragrance because it's woody, it's warm, spicy, and that's true. But this shines in the high heat actually. So it's perfect to wear any day of the year, especially in the high heat actually, because the figs is really shining in the high heat. It pops off your skin. So if you're a bit like sweating, it smells even better. It's a fig, cardamom, black tea fragrance that are the top notes. So it's warm, spicy. The tea is not too much. It's very well blended, and the fig really shines. But it has iris. It has vanilla, vanilla from Madagascar. So it's a beautiful vanilla. It's very sweet and spicy at the same time. The sandalwood and tonka bean combination, also cedarwood. I love sandalwood. It's so creamy, and cedarwood gives it a little bit more darkness. It has bourbon vetiver, so it's also a bit earthy. It is powdery. It's aromatic. It's a perfectly well blended fragrance. I love the EDP, but the Extrait is just better in my opinion. It's stronger. It's more darker and mysterious. It's more masculine, but it's also sweet at the same time. So it's sweet, woody, warm, spicy, aromatic, powdery. It's woody, or I already said that, but it's perfect for any occasion. You can wear this all year in any situation, every day of the year, and it's a masterpiece. Not a safe blind buy though, but you need to at least sample this. Oh, and by the way, you can layer this with Oblivion, which is perfect. But what's even better, layer it with Nishane Ani. Gris Charnel Extrait. Check this one out. Next up, we have Arabian Oud Amiri. This is one of my favorite fragrances. Look at the dent I already made. This is, by the way, the heaviest bottle I own. I own Parfums de Marly bottles, of course. 125 ml are pretty heavy. But this is a 75 ml, and this is more heavy. Just look at the magnetic cap. It's super strong. It's really, I don't dare to pick it up, but like only the cap is already super heavy. But I'm wearing this right now as my scent of the night. I'm having it here on my hand. Maybe you can see the oil. This is such a unique fragrance. It's a fresh fragrance, but it's fresh and sweet. So it's a citrusy vanilla fragrance with woody aspects. But it's not your typical citrusy woody fragrance like Bleu de Chanel, Dior Sauvage, Roja Elysium. Very, very different scent profile. This is more a Middle Eastern freshie. So it has bergamot, tangerine, and pink pepper. So it starts off really fresh, but it's sweet right away because there's vanilla in the base, and the vanilla is very prominent. And it's also woody because it has sandalwood in the base, which is creamy, combined with cedarwood. It has a little kick of patchouli in the mid, a little bit of nutmeg, which is also a bit spicy, and it's also very ambery. It has like amber, vanilla, sandalwood, and musk in the base, and it dries down in also like a musky, ambery fragrance. So in my opinion, it is very, very well suited for any occasion. You can wear this all year around in professional settings, casual settings, date nights, whatever you want to do, you can wear this every day of the year. It's super mass appealing, but it smells very unique. Some people might think this is a bit too ambery or too musky, but I think it's perfectly well blended. Like in the dry down, that muskiness and the amberiness is just super sexy. This is, I just can't stop sniffing this. It's just fresh and sweet. It is woody, ambery. It's just perfection. I would say it's a safe blind buy, but I always recommend people to sample first because it might not be everyone's taste, but this is underrated. You need to get your nose on this, and you can layer this with Oblivion and Nishane Ani. Arabian Oud Amiri. Next up, we have Sospiro Vibrato, which is my favorite summer fragrance, which you may know by now. if you watch my videos. I hope you do. But this is a perfectly well blended citrusy fragrance, which is woody, spicy, sweet at the same time, but not too sweet. It has like white floral aspects. It has grapefruit. It has ginger. It's a bit zesty. It is powdery, green herbaceous. It has like cedarwood. It has patchouli. It is musky. It's a perfectly well blended fragrance. It is very strong for a fresh fragrance. It will last 12 plus hours on my skin. It projects for hours. It leaves a scent trail. Like you have a nice scent bubble around you. Massive compliment getter. You can wear this in literally any situation all year round. It's a perfectly well blended, super mass appealing fragrance, but it still is a very unique scent profile. Like it's very similar to Bugatti Tiger, but that's very linear. This is more complex and way better blended in my opinion. But 99.9% of the people don't smell these fragrances, of course. So it's still very unique to most people you're around. Oh, people are always asking me like, what are you wearing? You smell so good. I was wearing this also at Exans. I sprayed a lot. I always spray a lot. Like I did 20 plus sprays with this. And the whole day people were like, whoa, what are you wearing? It's really nice. It's really good. Because still even frag heads don't really know it. Like, so it's still super mass appealing. It's their most sold fragrance actually. But still a lot of people just don't know it or never smelled it. And it also smells different on everybody's skin, of course. But this is a must have. I would say sample it first because it's expensive, but probably after the sample you want a full bottle. And it's super strong, so 100 ml will last you a very long time. Sospiro Vibrato, check this one out. Next up we have Superz Budapest Soho. As you can see, I've already worn this a lot lately. I've only got it in for like 2 months, I guess, but this became a staple. I've worn this yesterday and today actually, and this is such a beast. It's super fresh and sweet, super mass appealing. It's very strong. Let me show you the atomizer. It's a mist. This will lingers here in the whole living room for hours. It's so strong. It's really, really super strong, and it's super mass appealing. It's like, I have to blow it away because it's too strong, sort of. Now it's not too strong, but I love it. It has coconut, it has cinnamon and nutmeg. It is sweet, it's spicy, it's woody. It has like sandalwood, but also agarwood, so oud. It's not really oud, but it is woody, it's fresh spicy, it has saffron, it has like a slight hint of tobacco, not too much. The coconut is prominent, but very smooth blended in. It has vanilla, tonka bean, saffron. It's spicy, it's sweet, it's fresh, super mass appealing, and a beast. Like, it's really, really strong. So the atomizers are pressurized. You don't need to spray a lot. Actually, I would say for a regular user, 3 sprays maybe, because it's a mist and 3 sprays are more than enough. This will last for 14 plus hours. On clothing, it will last for days. I was wearing this, I don't know, I got the bottle with me for like, I took it in the car with me like a month ago or longer ago. And I resprayed it, because I always respray throughout the day with any fragrance I own. And it became, it come over my seatbelt. So my seatbelt was smelling like that for, I don't know, 3 days in a row. This is very strong. Super mass appealing. I've layered this yesterday evening with Oblivion, which is an amazing layering combination. So I discovered that actually yesterday. Today I was wearing it again. Later I went to the gym and I layered Percival over it, and that smelled amazing as well. And after the gym I was wearing Arabian Oud Amiri. But this, it's super sexy. My friend Mert, I will ask him to comment on the video if he wants, I don't know. He bought a second bottle already. So I told him, because he said, I want to buy another Superz fragrance. Which one do you recommend? Because he loved Soho. So Soho became a staple in his collection. He's wearing it a lot. And I said, yeah, Memories Gold is amazing, man. So he ordered Memories Gold and a second bottle of Soho because he said it's so good. I'm wearing it so much. I love it so much. I need a backup bottle. So it's really, really that good. And I love it. I can wear it in any situation. It's super strong, it's super mass appealing, and it's super unique smelling. I've heard people comparing this before to Le Beau Le Parfum. I have Le Beau Le Parfum. I love Le Beau Le Parfum. That's a 10 out of 10 masterpiece. This is different, and it's better, and it's stronger as well. So Super Soho, check this one out. Next up, we have Nishane Ani. Look at the dent. I need a new bottle because this is a staple in my collection. Nishane Ani is well known in the fragrance community. A lot of people say it's the best vanilla fragrance on the market. Not sure if it's the very best, but it's one of the best for sure. It's made by Cecile Zarokian. She's a master perfumer. And this blend is such a unique blend. It's citrusy, it's woody, it's warm spicy, it's very heavy on the vanilla. It has cardamom. It's very sexy with a cedarwood, sandalwood combination. It has a little bit of muskiness, a slight hint of patchouli. It has black currant. It is fresh and sweet, and it's just a perfectly well blended fragrance. I would say it's perfect for any situation, but it's mostly perfect for fall, winter, and spring. I wouldn't wear this in the high heat, but if you want to wear this in the high heat, you can layer it with Oblivion, for example, or you can get Nishane Ani X, which is perfect for all year around. But this is, in my opinion, also a must-have fragrance. You really need to get your nose on this. I think it's super mass appealing and super unique at the same time because no other fragrance smells like this. No other vanilla fragrance, there's just no fragrance that smells like this. It's a super unique blend. And I would say it's a safe blind buy, but it's expensive. So sample it first, but you need to try this one out. And I showed you, of course, other fragrances in this list, like Arabian Oud Amiri. I still have another one in this list. I'll tell you later. But you can layer this with a bunch of fragrances. Like it's perfect with Oblivion, it's perfect with Amiri, and it's perfect with another one. Okay, I'll spoil it. Parfums de Marly Oajan. I will grab it next. I will talk about it. If you layer this with Parfums de Marly Oajan, super sexy. But Nishane Ani must have. Everyone must have at least smelled this one. So get your nose on this and thank me later. Nishane Ani. By the way, I forgot to say, this is a beast. It's very strong. Okay. Next up, we have Parfums de Marly Oajan. Like I already spoiled when I was showing Ani, this is perfect for layering with Ani because they're both heavy on the vanilla. But this is more like a sweet, honeyed, warm, spicy cinnamon apple pie. That's how it smells, if I would describe it sort of easily. It's a gourmand fragrance. There's no apple listed in the notes. It has like osmanthus, it has cinnamon, it has honey, benzoin, labdanum. It has vanilla, of course, a lot of vanilla. It is woody, ambery, musky. It's super sexy. This is so unique. It's such a wonderful blend. A lot of people compare it to Killian's Angel Share. It has similarities, but this is still different. It's more similar to Ambre Nar Grail from Hermes, but that's still also different. So they share the same scent profile, but this is, in my opinion, the very best. This is such a unique blend. It's so sexy. And I have an older batch. I think it's 2020 or older. I heard that the new batches aren't exactly the same. I cannot tell you that. So try to get your nose on this by sample it. It's not a safe blind buy at all, unless you are a gourmand lover. But it's a very masculine fragrance in my opinion. It's very warm, spicy, it's very sweet, but it's very, like, I don't know, it just has masculine vibes. Although I know that a lot of ladies in the fragrance community love this and wear this themselves. So it's unisex enough. But in my opinion, it has that heavy cinnamon, which makes it like, I don't know, warm, spicy, masculine. It's Christmas in a bottle, actually. It's sort of like, it gives me Christmas vibes. It gives me that warm, spicy, cinnamon, honeyed apple pie vibes. Super sexy. Get your nose on this, sample this at least, and thank me later. Parfums Marley, Oajan. By the way, it's perfect for fall and winter. I would say early spring as well. Perfect for any situation, but maybe not for the office. But it's super sexy. Check this one out. Of course, we couldn't make the list without Triumph of Bacchus by Argos. Look at the dent. I've worn this a lot last year. I've only got this for like, I think a year, maybe 13 months or something. But it's one of my most worn fragrances actually. It's a major dent, and normally I would like spray it in the air to let you see the pressurized atomizer. But I'm not going to do that because I want to save the juice for myself and not spray in the air anymore. If you want to see that, check out one of my other videos because I've already talked about this multiple times, and then I did an atomizer spray in the air. It's like the mist, like the Soho Superz that I showed you. It's a pressurized mist. And this is such a perfectly well blended fragrance. If you love fragrances like Parfums de Mardi Carlo, Mancera Red Tobacco, this is about 60% of that same DNA, but that 40% of its own twists that makes this the best out of the three, in my opinion. Carlisle is a masterpiece. It could be in my top 10. Oh, like, I never have to choose only 10 fragrances for life. I have 400 and I want more. So I never have to choose 10 for life. So this list is of course bullshit because like I can wear whatever I want. But if I would really only keep 10, I would choose this over Parfums de Mardi Carlo. And it's like, how would I describe it? It's super sexy, super seductive. It's very strong. It's perfect for fall, winter, and spring. It's perfect for date nights, going out clubbing, casual wear. Maybe not so much for the office, but it's a beast. It's an eau de parfum, but it's still very strong. It fills up a room. You have an amazing central and scent bubble around you. It projects. It's very long lasting, 12 plus hours on my skin. And it's just very sexy. Like the sweet vanilla, tobacco, white peach, apple combination with rum. So it is boozy, it is spicy, it has saffron, it has patchouli, it is ambery, it is like woody, it has a creamy sandalwood in the base. Like it has musk and amber. It is everything you want. It has a little bit of freshness to it, but it's mostly like sweet and warm, spicy and boozy and tobacco. It has ambery aspects. It's such a sexy fragrance. The white peach apple combination, which gives it that sweet fruitiness, it's out of this world. In my opinion, one of the best fragrances that I own. This is actually, if I would choose a top 5 for life, I would put this in the top 5 actually. Not in a particular order, but I just never want to live without this fragrance anymore. This is one of my favorite fragrances ever made. I would say sample it first, but if you love Parfums de Mardi Carlo, if you love Mancera Red Tobacco, this is just the best out of the three. So check this one out. Triumph of Bacchus by Argos. And look at the presentation, by the way. This is top-notch presentation. Pressurized atomizer. Just get this one. Okay, I'm not sure if you can count. Probably you can, or not. I don't know. But I've already talked about 10 fragrances. And yeah, I just have to tell you about this one as well. So I put in an 11th fragrance on the list. Don't tell anyone. But I couldn't make this list without Roja Parfums Sweetie Aoud, because I just can't live without this fragrance. This is such a unique masterpiece. It's super sexy. It's not for everyone. I would say it's not a safe blind buy. It's also very expensive. But this oud fragrance, it's such a smooth and sweet gourmand, this oud. It is like, it has a patisserie accord, which gives it a little bit of like French bakery style. So it gives a bit of like fresh baked croissants and macarons. It has that vibe. It has that sweetness. It's a very complex fragrance and super unique. And it has a bit of like balsamic touches. It's fresh, spicy, aromatic. It's ambery. It also has frankincense, olibanum. It's smoky balsamic kind of, and it's mostly sweet. It's a beautifully well blended fragrance, a perfect fragrance for like beginners that are getting used to oud fragrances. But because it's so expensive, it's not really a beginner's fragrance. It's also not super mass appealing, but still it's super mass appealing at the same time. Super weird to explain because it's super unique. But still, every time I wear this, people are asking me, "What are you wearing?" Because from like the projection from a distance, this is like no other fragrance. But if you come up more close to the skin, the oud, yeah, might not be for everyone. So that might not make it mass appealing. But the projection from a distance, most people aren't sniffing your neck, of course. People smell you from a distance. Then it's still very unique, very mass appealing, and it's very unique at the same time. But this is, I cannot live without this fragrance. Also, I was wearing this like in Milan. We had a party of Mikalev. Mikalev invited me to that party. And I was wearing Oblivion the whole day, respraying, letting people smell it. And after that, we went to the Mikalev party. I sprayed Oblivion again. And I layered it with Sweetie Aoud. This and Oblivion together, out of this world. Also, Sweetie Oud and Ani together. That's also amazing. But I would say sample this if you really are into fragrances. You have to get your nose on this at least, but it's not a safe blind buy and it's also very expensive. And by the way, now they have 100 ml bottles. So if you love it, I would consider to get a 100 ml bottle. Perfect for fall and winter, maybe early spring, depends on where you're living. But I wouldn't say don't wear this above 20 degrees Celsius because that's too much. You will be, I don't know, choking people out maybe. If you like that, just do it. But like, get your nose on this and thank me later. Sweetie Aoud by Roja Parfums. Thanks again for watching. It would be really helpful if you like the video, leave a comment and subscribe to my channel, of course. I will reply on every comment. So even if you just let me know your scent of the day. My scent of the day was Super Soho. Later I went with Parfums de Marly Percival, and then I sprayed Arabian Oud Amiri as my scent of the night. Let me know what you were wearing. I would love to know, and give me some feedback. Did you smell these fragrances? Maybe you own one of them, or after the video, maybe weeks later, you bought samples. Give me some feedback. And every day I will be posting 2 YouTube shorts, 2 Instagram reels, 2 short videos on TikTok. I will post my scent of the day in the community section. On Instagram, I will also be posting like stories, guess my scent of the day, discount codes. Check out my link tree. I have discount codes for a lot of websites. I want to make you smell better, of course, and save some money in the meantime. Next week on Saturday, I will be back with another full video. So thanks again for watching, and you may overspray. Namaste.